Hey guys, Connor here. Welcome back to High Level Heroes, and today we're going to show you how to use and set up triggers and campaigns in your brand new account. Now, before we get started, a quick overview about triggers and campaigns. You might be asking yourself, what are those and what's the point? How are they helpful? Well, I can answer that question in one word, and that is automation. So campaigns and triggers are all about automating the process from when a client first makes an appointment to when they eventually go to that appointment. It's all about automation, making your life easy, streamlined, and it works great. So to show you a little bit more what I mean, let's hop into High Level and get into it. So here we are in our new account, Alpine Film and Photography. So you can see it's completely empty. Let's go ahead and create our first campaign. I'll show you how this works. So for the name, I'm just going to give it a new appointment process. Sure. You can name it whatever you want. So we're just going to click this add event button here, and you've got a ton of different options of ways you can contact the client. So in our case, I'm going to start with the text SMS, and you can name this text. I'm going to call it a welcome. So this is going to be the first text they get as soon as they make an appointment to have their property filmed by our company, okay? So I'm going to come in here and type out our message that we want our clients to receive. If you come up here to custom values, you can choose the contact's full name, first name, last name, any of that information that you might have gotten from that form that they submitted. And if you're a little bit confused about the form setup that I'm referencing right now, go ahead and watch our other video about how to set up a calendar, and that will explain it a lot better. So I'm going to choose first name right here. You can see this code pops up, and I'm going to finish this text off by saying thank you. So I'm going to save that. So now you can see it comes up right here, and you can actually choose a few different things. First of all, you can choose when that's going to happen, and because this is the very first text that we want them to receive when they make an appointment, we're going to set this at 0 minutes after, or you could also put it as immediately. And that means that text is going to go out as soon as they make an appointment. Or I should say, this is going to go out as soon as they are entered into this campaign, which I'll get into that in just a second. So another thing we can do with campaigns that I'm going to show you is reminder texts or emails. So as their appointment is coming up, you can have GoHighLevel send an automatic text or email to remind your client that their appointment is getting close. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll choose SMS again. I like that way. And we'll title this one Reminder. And we're going to use a few more codes this time to insert the date of their appointment. And here we're going to put in the date. So if you go into appointment, you can click start date, and we can actually choose the time too. So let's throw that in here, and we can just ask them, does this still work for you? And now we're looking good. So we can save that. And one other note is if you do want to test this out before you send it to all your clients, you can actually do a test run, and you can put in your own phone number right here, and you can have it send a test message to your own phone and see what it looks like. So I think that's pretty cool. And one other thing, if you wanted to attach a file like a picture or your logo or anything that you wanted to send in a text, you could do that right here as well. So we're going to save that. Now you can see it automatically gives us this 0 minutes timeline. So we want this text to come in a few days after they've signed up just to confirm. So we'll actually set this to be after 2 days instead of immediately. Okay, so now our campaign is looking good. We're going to come up here into the draft section, and we're going to change it to published so that it's actually active. So now our campaign's looking pretty good, but we need to set up the triggers next, because in order for a client to actually get into your campaign, they need to be directed there by the triggers. So let's show you how that works. So we're going to scroll down here on the side and come over to triggers, and as you can see, it is blank. So we are going to add our first trigger. Let's call it new appointment opt-in. We're going to save that. So the thing you have to understand about triggers is that it works like an if-then mentality. So it's going to ask you on the left, what is the if statement? And on the right, what is the then action? All right. So you've got your conditions on the left side and your actions on the right side. So in this case, our condition is that we have a new appointment. So we're going to come here and choose the appointment trigger. And that's pretty basic, but what we want to do is add a filter to make sure we get the right kind of appointments. So we're going to choose the filter in calendar right here. You could do this a few different ways, but I like it to do it this way. And you can choose which calendar. So I'm going to do the new appointments calendar, and this is our condition. All right. So whenever this happens for any client, we can now choose the action that GoHighLevel is going to perform. So we'll come into here, and in this case, what we want to do is add this client to our campaign that we just built so that they get those reminders, so that they know when their appointment is, all of that good stuff. So we're going to come to the add to campaign section, and we'll just choose that new campaign that we made right now, the new appointment process. And that's it. That's pretty straightforward. So that right there is already giving you a lot of automation that's going to make your life a lot easier, but we can also add a lot of things with triggers. For example, so you could add them to an opportunity, which is just an easy way for you to see where your clients are all at in their process of making appointments and following through. And we're going to go ahead and choose a pipeline. This is just showing you where your clients are coming from. So let's say that it's the Facebook ads pipeline, and we can choose what stage we want to put them in. And let's say appointment set, because if they've gotten this far, they've set up their appointment. And we'll just leave all this stuff blank. The lead value, you can choose depending on your business, maybe $1,000. Let's do that. And then for the status, we can do open. So I'm going to show you another thing you can do with triggers here. If you add an action, so let's say you want to send an email to yourself or a team member or something when you have a new appointment. You could come into here to send email. You could choose from what email you want it to come from and to where you want it to go. I'm just going to leave them blank for now because I don't really want to mess with that, but you get the idea. You put new appointment at appointment date. Boom, there you go. And you get the idea. You could edit that, customize it to show exactly what you want for your particular business. Okay, so one more thing I want to show you is how you can add tags through triggers. And the point of tags is just so you can keep track of your clients a little better, keep everything organized into different types of categories. And it's really easy. You just add an action again, come in here, add contact tag, and now you can create your own tag to go with these clients that are setting up appointments. So there you go, new appointment tag, and you can choose whatever you want for this. So now we're looking good. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna save it. It's asking me for an email address, so I'm actually just gonna come in here and delete that for now. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna save it, and we're gonna change that from draft to activate. So it works for us. And now we've done a lot of the back end work to make this automatic. And I'm gonna go in and give you an example appointment to show you how this all works. So right now, if we come up to the opportunities tab, you'll see that it is just blank. We don't have anything yet. There's no appointments. If we come into conversations even, there's no conversations to show or anything. So what I'm going to do is make an appointment for a new client, and you'll see how all of this automation works. So if we come down here to the settings and calendars, we can go to our new appointments calendar, which again, if you haven't seen how we set that up, go ahead and check out our other video. Click on this link, and we are going to make an appointment for Saturday, the 24th at 8 a.m. I'm going to fill in my information here. There we go. We are going to book this appointment now. We're going to skip this last part. And let's head back into GoHighLevel and see where the client shows up. So first of all, you can always go into calendar and check it out. We've got some of our appointments that we've already made, and this one we made for the 24th at 8 a.m. There it is, Connor test. So now because of the triggers in the campaign that we just barely created, that new appointment got added to the campaign, and the welcome text message, the reminder text message that we created, that's all gonna happen automatically for this new client. So the way we can check that is we come up here to conversations, and you can see if we go into all conversations, now we've got a text that just got sent out to this new client, right? Automatically. It says, hey Connor, thank you for making an appointment. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text us here. And that's exactly what we made in the campaign, right? It says unsuccessful, but that's just because we haven't set up our phone number on this account yet. If you had a phone number and it was working, this would have gone straight to the client immediately, which is super powerful. The next thing I want to show you that trigger did is it added that client to the pipeline right here. So you click on opportunities, and like I said, this is sort of your dashboard, like Trello overview of where all of your clients are at. And you can see that new client, Connor Test, just showed up in the appointment set category. So we've given them that value of $1,000 more or less if it goes through, right? So this makes it really easy to see exactly where all of your clients are at, if they've had cancellations, no-shows, they've set their appointments, or if they haven't set an appointment but they've opted in to something yet. So you get the idea. You can make triggers to customize all of these things, and it works out really well. And you can see the same thing if you come up into dashboard. You'll see opportunities. We've got one right here, the pipeline value. Again, it's just another way to see it all at once. And if you come back into campaigns down here, this is a good way to see how many people or how many clients are actually in this campaign. So because we only did that one, we've got that one total and one active, right? But again, if you had lots of clients, you'd be able to see how many were completed, how many have actually replied to those text messages. And it's really easy to see all of that. You can even come in here and click on that one, and it'll show you all of the people in the campaign. It'll show you where they came from and the progress in the campaign. In this case, it shows 1 out of 2 because that first text was sent, which was welcoming them. And then the second reminder text hasn't been sent yet. All right, there you have it, guys. That's the easy way to set up campaigns and triggers in your new account on GoHighLevel. So we went over how triggers and campaigns make your life really easy to automate the entire process of interacting with your new clients. There's a lot of customization that goes on with triggers, and it makes it really easy to track your clients and see everything that's going on. And overall, it's just a really powerful tool and one of the best parts about GoHighLevel. Okay, that's all I've got, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel to see more educational content like this in the future. And if for some reason you still haven't tried GoHighLevel, please click on the link in the description box and you'll get a 2-week free trial of this amazing software. I promise you're going to love it. And you'll also be supporting us to make more videos like this to help you guys out. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.